Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another Warframe showcase video. Today we're going to be covering Vault. If you missed my previous videos, due to Devstream 192, I am pushing back the Volbon showcase to the Volbon heirloom and until the Volbon heirloom goes live because there's going to be a slight little rework on Volbon, so that's pushed back till then. So today is going to be Volt, next week is going to be Varuna. I am hoping to have this video up by Tuesday, which should be today when you're watching it, Tuesday at 10 a.m. Right now it's Monday, I just got back from work, and yeah, I'm going to catch you up on what's up. By the way, if you are suffering as much as I am in the cold, be safe. If you have someone you know that's a truck driver and they're out and about right now, like my dad, tell them to be safe because it is very icy and there's a lot of trucks jackknifing and stuff. Um, There's a lot of stuff. It's dangerous. Don't go out unless you have to. Anyways, on to the video. Um, so we're going to be covering Volt, like I said. I am going to be using Volt Prime, much like I used all the other Primes. We're going to come talk about the passive. We're going to talk about the stats, the abilities, and then we're going to make a little build for beginner players or people who are barely picking them up for the first time. And for those of you who don't know, if you're new to the game, welcome. Volt is one of the starter frames. He is your final option to pick from the starter frames, aside from Excalibur and Mag, and he is, by some of the community standards, one of the best. Me personally, when I started the game, I picked Excalibur. Midway through, I picked up Mag, and Volt was the last one I picked up. And I've only like a year or two ago started like really making them like good. So we're gonna get into that, and yeah, let's get into the stats between Volt and Volt Prime. So for now, let me just do this. Oh, I have Archon shards. Fuck. Let's take this off. Take that off. Oh god. What are these Archon shards for? Give me 1 second. Okay. So, his abilities right now might be a bit stronger than normal because of the Archon shards. I don't want to go back and take them off. So just keep in mind the damage numbers are gonna be a bit on the lower end. Talking about the base, alright? So let's get into the stats. Go to swap. Let's go all the way down to volts. So comparing volts to Volt Prime, base Volt. Keep in mind this is regular max rank, no mods. His health stays the same at 270. Shield stays the same at 455. Armor goes up from 105 to 135, so he's a bit more tanky in his prime. And he gets more energy, goes up from 100 to 200, and he has a sprint speed of 1, so he's pretty average in terms of sprint speed. But that doesn't matter because he is a speedster, and we'll get into that later. Okay, so going over his abilities, I think this time I might show the ability cards and then just show you the stats, and then I'll show them off. No, I think we'll do it the way I did it last week. Okay, so just going over the passive real quick. As you run around on the ground, you're gonna gain some passive damage that you can see up on the top right, which I'll show you here in a bit. You can channel that into your next attack, be it melee, weapon, or ability. So just keep that in mind. Think of Peter Griffin rubbing his feet on the carpet while he's like in his little pajamas and shock someone. That's basically it. So there's that. So we're gonna show off shock real quick. Let me spawn some enemies. Who do we want to use? We'll do Corpus. Pause. Before we get into it, also I do want to explain the electric proc, since he does play a lot with electricity, and this goes for Gaia too. So electric is a damage over time status effect. Upon casting, you'll deal a good amount of damage to the enemy, and it'll stun them. Not only because it's a damage over time, it'll keep stunning them for a while. And then enemies within the 3 meter radius will have a chance to pass it to another enemy. So you'll see that right now when it comes to his first ability, because his first ability does Um, his first ability does channel 2 different enemies, so there's that. And to show off the passive real quick, let me just do this. Okay, so if you look at the top right, you can see the numbers going up as you're running around. That is his passive. That's essentially what it does. It doesn't regenerate while you're up in the air, not while you're bullet jumping. It does while you slide, and so long as your feet are on the ground, you generate generate electricity, right? So starting off here, first ability, I'm gonna show it off. Keep in mind there's a bit of a disparity within the damage numbers because I do have Archon shards on this, so just keep that in mind. And right now I have the passive at max, so it's gonna like really do some damage. So here's the first ability. See how it chains, and it deals damage over time, knocking out a lot of enemies. I'll do it again on this time. Let me just do this. No boost. There you go. And because it's a damage over time, it'll spread to certain enemies, and it'll mess them up. So that's pretty much what that does. Let me show it again, just to knock them out. See, they're taking damage over time because of the shock. So if you see a good group, it's good to just hit them and it'll mess them up. Going over your second ability, it's called Speed. This is your regular sprint speed of 1, as you can see. I activate speed, I get a little speed boost. It takes some time to get up to max speed, but because there's kind of like a wind up, so when you're really at like max, you can really start flying. This has a base duration of 11 seconds. I think there might be something for duration as well. I don't know. I don't think so, but yeah, there's that. That's pretty much how it works. If you want to go faster, just hit your second. This also benefits melee attack speed, so we're going to touch up on that here in a bit. I just want to show this off. That's all this does. So I'm going to show you something real quick with the melee. Keep an eye on the melee speed. Get the cadence for it. Okay, now I'm going to activate speed. And you get a huge increase in melee attack speed. So, yeah, there's that. That's pretty much what that does. I'm going over your third ability. I'm going to spawn the corpus again. So you have a couple of uses for your third ability. What is it called again? Electric shield. So you have a couple uses for your ability. This is a really fun ability. It is a defensive tool. So if you're getting shot at from enemies, you're taking too much fire, especially if you're a new player, you cast this, you have a little shield that can stop projectiles. If you shoot through it, you can electrify your bullets. Another thing you can do is you can pick it up and it won't drain any energy. Back then this used to be a thing, so you have like a little mobile shield. It's pretty cool. I like it. So, and I think there's an augment that amplifies the damage too, of projectiles that go through it. I'm not sure if it does that now, but just show you what's up. We can test it out right now. Shoot this crewman. I'll use the quads. And we're doing that damage. Cast it. So it's protecting us. We hit it. We fire again. So now it adds electric damage to our projectiles. Now I have a lot of statuses on this, so you can kind of see the electric procs. And then here's what we'll do. I'll unpause enemies. See, I'm gonna go here. See, they're not damaging us. Little thing, if you're using the quads, hit fire before you zoom in. And also another thing you can do with the shield, you can pick it up. You have a little damage amp, or no, you're supposed to. You have a little portable shield. I wonder if it knocks enemies back. Let's check it out. It does. It knocks enemies back, so you have something useful. There's a lot of utility packed into this. You can use it defensive, you can offensive, you can use it for both. Really, really fun ability. This is really... Oh my god. This is a good ability. Going into the fourth ability. It is called Discharge. Essentially what you do, you release a bunch of... hold on, give me a sec. Sorry, my heater's hitting me like in the face. Oh, my ice will dry. Yeah, so discharge, essentially what you do is you discharge a huge amount of electricity. It shocks a lot of people around you, a lot of enemies. And because it changes between enemies, you can really do some massive damage, especially since it's damage over time. And you're going to see what that looks like right now. So I'm going to spawn these guys. And it starts off with an initial like huge burst of energy damage, like electric damage. And as enemies are further out, they'll just get stunned. So there's that. Oh god, what? Oh my god, that freaking thing, that heater hitting my face messed me up. Okay. I'm gonna show you what it looks like right now. So we're here in the middle of everything. I'm gonna just jump up and fire. This is what it does. It chains off a lot of enemies. And do it again. This does deal high amounts of damage, and it's good for crowd control, and it'll deal a lot of damage. Let me knock this guy out. So I pretty much throwing off the abilities in their own way. Now we're gonna show what are we gonna do. We're gonna make a little build for people who are either picking up Volt or people who are interested in him and want a template to start building them. It's up to you. Do just want to say before we get into the modding portion of the video, if I'm using a Prime mod and you don't have it, keep it off a Brocketeer. You'll stop by every couple weeks with a set of Prime mods. They always vary. If I'm using a corrupted mod, what you want to do is join a clan if you're not in a clan, and go and get the corrupted hollow keys, build them up. There are 4 of them. Each one has its own negative effect. You're going to go to Demos and farm the Demos vaults so you get a corrupted mod. There's a lot of them. So you have Transient Fortitude, Overextended, a bunch of other mods. Something you want to do in case you don't have that. And all you need to do really as a new player is just get up to Mars, get to Demos and do that. That's how you have access to that. What else? And if I use a set mod, you can usually find them in Cetus, Fortuna, and Demo. So these are all easily accessible mods that you can get in those areas, and just got to get that out there. And by the way, if you're making it this far, I do just want to say it is, if this showcase seems like very generalized and not specific, it's done that way on purpose for new players or people who are like kind of just interested. Later on, as we get into like actual gameplay, I'll show off how you synergize and how you want to play with them. So yeah, let's get into the build portion of this video. So knowing what I know now, I do have 3 form on Volt. This is my actual build, so I'm gonna put myself in the mindset of a new player, what they would have roughly, and see what they want to go for in terms of modding. So aura mods, you want to start with this always because it'll increase your base capacity. So seeing as he deals with a lot of energy and stuff, he uses a lot of energy. I am gonna want to go with Energy Siphon. If you can go with this if you want more energy to just passive regen, or another good one would be Dreamer's Bond. Yeah, right here. That's another good one that'll give you health and energy. I'd rather just stick with this for the energy. Does it give you more energy? Oh no, yeah, no, it gives you more. This gives you more energy to like regen passively. Oh, no, that's mine. Okay, so what do we want to go here for vaults? Putting myself as a new player. I immediately looking at the abilities. I would want to go with range and strength. So we're gonna throw on flow. I'm using prime flow, but there's regular flow for to increase our max energy. I am gonna want to throw on intensify for some strength. I'm gonna throw on. Where is it at? Stretch. Where you at? Yeah, throw on stretch for some range. I do want to throw on some continuity or prime continuity if you have it for duration. Duration helps with speed. If you want to increase the speed multiplier, you're gonna want to mod for strength. So just keep that in mind. Now to cover his bases in terms of health and shield. If you have the regular Vigor, highly recommend it. This was a mod I used to run a lot. I'm gonna pick it up here, Prime Vigor. I think this is a login reward, so this really was like my crush coming up. So I'm gonna go with that. Do we need armor for vaults? You can, if you want to. You can throw in armored agility for more armor and sprint speed if you want to go down that route. I am personally not gonna put that on there. We got pretty much our basics covered. So what do we want to throw on there to? Well, like what do we really want to narrow in? Um, I'm gonna want more strength and range. So normally I would put on overextended, but that's gonna take away from the strength. So I'm gonna go over here on the backside, giggity, and I am going to throw on auger reach for more range. This is a set mod you can get in Cetus. Throw on, where is it at? Where are you at? Throw on auger seekers for more strength, which leaves us with some more capacity here. Um, what I want to do, I want to throw on either transient fortitude for more strength to get more speed, or if you want to cover more ground with your abilities, you can go with overextended. Um, really, the choice is yours. For me, I'm gonna throw on transient fortitude to increase the buff of my speed. So this is what we're gonna be at. Transient fortitude is a corrupted mod, so like I said, you can do the Deimos derelict vaults. So there's that. So this is what we're looking at now. Our shock is going to do a lot more damage. We're going to have more speed as we go. It's going to last longer. Our shield, because of our duration, is going to last 31 seconds. And our discharge is going to do a lot more damage. It's going to cover a good amount of range, and we'll get it. We'll get that done. Um, I'm gonna get a companion and I'm gonna take this build onto a mission. Kind of just show y'all what's up. I'm gonna take Hunter. Yeah, and then just to show off my build while we're here, right? My build is more late game, so like pass a new war. This is what I'm running with on mine. I'm running Umbral Intensify, Umbral Vitality. I'm running Umbral Vitality just to buff the Intensify. I could throw on Umbral Fiber, but I don't want to, so I'm gonna keep it at that. I'm running Prime Flow for energy, Continuity for duration, Transient Fortitude for strength. I'm running Archon Strange for the range, but the Archon Stretch mod, um, it restores energy. So as you shocking enemies or dealing electric damage, you'll get energy. You regenerate energy on your own. I'm running Energy Siphon for the passive energy regen. Reach, Augur Reach for range. Augur Secret for strength. I'm running Molt Augmented for an additional strength, which will get me up to 24% strength once it's like max stack. And I'm running multi-efficiency for more durations while my shields are up. So we'll get more value for speed and all that other stuff. Um, I have an Umbra formula that I'm gonna put on him, so I can put more strength on this to go faster. But that's what we're gonna be running. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's up. I'm gonna run with my build, and I'm not even gonna do a cut. I'm just gonna show off what's up. I'm gonna go into my ship, and we'll see what mission we can do. And if I sound weird, also my voice sounds like dry or whatever. It sounds tired. I just got back from work. Freaking hate having to work in this cold weather. Been up since like 5 in the morning. Alright, so I'm gonna set this to friends only. What are we gonna do here? We'll do this. I feel like doing this. I'll try for the Hydrogen systems. By the way, how are y'all handling the cold? If you're in the cold area, are y'all like huddled in? Or y'all like what's going on for y'all? I mean, I'm lucky where I'm at. I don't have any snow or anything. It's just really, really cold. But I know, like San Antonio and all them other, I think San Antonio or like Dallas or whatever, they have snow and stuff. So, God, my aim. Oh God, my aim. Oh God, my aim. This is, oh my God. Don't look at my aim. I'm getting old. I'm not old, I'm only 21. And yeah, Volt, basically all you gotta do is learn when to, well, you don't have to learn much with Volt, honestly. A lot of people just spam speed. They like to go fast. I like to keep things electric based with him, to be honest. Like his whole team, is electricity, so I'll keep like electric based weapons and stuff. Oh God, I had to reload. Can you let me reload, please? Oh God. Yeah, essentially what you want to do, sorry, because I'm like focused on the game. If you're in an area where you're surrounded or you know there's like a lot of enemies, can spam your, no, not spam your 4, you can hit your 4th to clear them out or stun them. And what you can also do is if you're on the offense, you're moving, you see a clump of enemies, you hit your 1st, shock them, and mess them up. And if you need to go fast, you just hit your 2nd ability, oh God, and nullifiers will stop you. And he's all about going fast. And then nullified. Oh my God, why are y'all spawning like so crazy now? Why is my aim doing poorly? Need some F4 here since I know there's a lot of people in here. Okay, nullifiers.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
And that's all it is. It's pretty much how you run Bolt. He's not a hard frame to learn, it's just getting his power up and knowing how you want to mod him is what you want to do. I've seen some Volts go like massive range for his fourth. I've seen a lot of people go for strength for the speed and damage output of his fourth. Me, I kind of like to have a little balance of both. So, yeah.
Mission complete.
Anyways, with that being said, sorry I was quiet for a while. Oh, I got the systems. Fuck yeah. I wonder if I have the set now. If you made it this far, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Volt. Is he your favorite frame? Was he your first frame that you started the game with? And yeah, let me know what's up. I don't have anything much to say. Hope you all are good. Stay safe if you're out in the cold. Um, at least here in Texas, at least where I'm at, we have like another week to go through. So we'll be fine. Hope you all are safe. If you have no heater, please be careful. Stay bundled up. And don't go out unless you really need to. So yeah. Um, I'm saying this as I'm recording it on Monday. It's gonna go up Tuesday at 10. So either way, be safe. Because I think we got another round next weekend. So yeah. Later.